Karma Rental Shop. The startup CEO villain. 11:30 at night. An old factory-style building in the Gazan Digital Complex. The air of the shared office, barely 30 square meters, was thick with the smell of instant noodles, sweat, and despair. Come on, why the long faces? Get over this hump and we're moving to Pangeo too. What did I tell you? Our company is right before rocket launch. And you're the founding heroes riding that rocket. CEO Park Song-soo, 42, banged the whiteboard and delivered his sermon. A workplace with fewer than 5 employees. A blind spot in the labor laws. No overtime pay. No annual leave. Severance at the CEO's discretion. This place was an extraterritorial zone where the laws of the Republic of Korea did not reach. A small kingdom where Park reigned as king. I rubbed my dry eyes and looked at my monitor. 6 months in. At first I was fooled by sweet words like equity share and stock options. But the reality was a salary below minimum wage while I served as the odd job worker handling planning, sales, and design all at once. Beside me, Min Jae, the 24-year-old new hire, had his face pressed to the desk, all but unconscious. A good kid fresh out of university told, "I'm training you personally, you know?" and made to pull all-nighters 3 days running. Kim, wake Min Jae up. Is this the time to be sleeping? We have to finish the investor meeting materials by morning. Park said this while massaging, in effect crushing, my shoulder. On his wrist glittered the luxury watch he said he had bought on the corporate card last month. Sir, Min Jae has slept 4 hours in 3 days. He's going to collapse. Ah, young people are so soft these days. In my time we slept on newspaper spread on the office floor. I'm being hard on you to build your careers. Do you think you can get this kind of real-world experience anywhere else? Disgust rose up my throat. To that man our labor was not an investment but a consumable he used for free. He was filling the risk of his own business entirely with his employees' life force. And all the while he believed himself to be a merciful leader handing out opportunities. That was when the phone in my pocket buzzed briefly. While Park stepped out for a cigarette, I checked it. From Karma Rental Shop. Your labor is being unfairly discounted. The basic principle of capitalism is equivalent exchange. Would you like to confirm the true value of the sweat you have shed? Item. Marx's receipt. Version 2.0. Function. Calculates and visualizes, in real time, the difference between a subject's labor value and their actual compensation. The amount of exploitation. As if under a spell, I pressed receive. A moment later, the office changed strangely. Red and blue numbers began to float above objects and people. First I looked at Min Jae, dozing beside me. Subject. Employee Lee Min Jae. Added value created this month. 18.5 million won. 12 design projects. For video edits. Scheduled salary. 1.8 million won. Meals included. Exploitation rate. 902%. Status. Life force depleted. Resignation due to burnout projected in 15 days. My breath caught. Min Jae was making half the company's revenue by himself while receiving less than 2 million won. This was not employment. It was a slave contract. Then Park came back in, trailing cigarette smoke. With trembling eyes, I looked above his head. Subject. CEO Park Song-soo. Actual work contribution this month. 3%. Verbal instructions. Drinking sessions billed as client entertainment. Misappropriation of corporate funds. 5.4 million won. Vehicle lease. Golf membership. Probability of withholding employee wages. 98%. Upon receipt of investment. Personal debts to be repaid first. My head went cold. He constantly called us family, but the truth the data showed was unmistakable. He saw us not as family but as living ATM machines that would pay off his debts. Kim, what are you doing? Don't just stand there, move. If this deal closes, I'll make sure your bonuses are generous. That line again. Once I would have let it pass, telling myself to trust him anyway. But now, next to his speech bubble, a fact-check window appeared. Truth reading. Probability of bonus payment. 0%. These funds will be used to write off the CEO's personal debt. I could not bear it any longer. No, I must not bear it. This was not consideration. It was complicity. I stood up from my seat. Sir, what is it? Are the materials done?